Okay, we're live. I am just going to add watch parties to my group. Give me just a second. Okay, I think we're on. So I'm going to add you to the stream. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Hi. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Joseph.
Good
Um,
evening.
so I'm so happy that you are with us tonight. If you guys don't know yet, my name is Christine Campos. I'm a mother to a toddler, and I'm currently spearheading an online community of aspiring freelancers and really helping them navigate the freelance industry. I'm the founder of Top Freelancers PH, and my vision is for Top Freelancers PH to become an online hub of knowledge for freelancers and to create reliable, skilled, and results driven individuals who can really compete globally. And with us tonight is Odera Joseph. Oh, yeah, we can call him Joseph. He's the founder of OJMD University that is dedicated to training upcoming business owners on how to set up their businesses from scratch, as well as grow in all sorts of marketing and e-commerce. And Joseph, as far as I know, well, he is based in the Philippines. He's married to a Filipina and is successfully running e-commerce stores, earning seven figures a month. This guy's really rich. And I want to thank everyone for watching us live tonight to learn more about e-commerce, local drop shipping, and really how to set up their online stores. So, Joseph, can you tell us about a bit about yourself? How long have you been here? I know you graduated from TIP, is that right? So you were here since
No,
college?
actually, I'm not graduated. I'm still a student. So, 38 years IT student at the Technological Institute of Philippines. And as you know, my name is Odera Joseph. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing dropshipping for over 45 years now. I started doing international dropshipping from my country, Nigeria, but due to the situation there, we're not allowed to have payment gateways, so which will make it very hard for you to accept payment when you do international dropshipping. So I decided to move over to another country. So Philippines was the cheapest option that can enable me start dropshipping. So I came here, I started dropshipping. For 2 years, I did international dropshipping before I, you know, realized the potential of dropshipping in the Philippines when
Mm-hmm.
I decided to move to local e-commerce. I started by running it through importing stocks and um, buying stocks from DV until I decided I noticed that a lot of people want to start a business, but they don't have money for stocks, so they don't know how to buy stocks. They don't want to do their own fulfillment. They don't want to handle the whole logistics. So that's when the idea of all dropshipping came about to me. So that's when we started, implementing local dropshipping, and that's how OJMD dropshipping branch was about. And today we have more than 600 stores and a few foreign clients using the dropshipping business.
So you're all about local drop shipping now?
Actually, in the Philippines, yes, but I still have my international stores running as well, selling to the US, Canada, but basically in the Philippines, I'm more of spearheading local dropshipping because I think that's the easiest way for Filipinos to start their online businesses.
Right. But how was the transition from I mean, you were in the international scene and now you're doing local drop shipping. How was the transition? Is local drop shipping much more easier to penetrate than it is in the international market?
I would say yes, because in the international market, you're fighting a bloody war against, a country with high competition and everybody from different parts of the world and fierce competition. I'm not saying you cannot win. You can always win in international dropshipping, but things are harder because the influx is higher than the local dropshipping. But when it comes to local, it's more easier because the penetration of e-commerce here in the Philippines it's not yet at this peak level, which I don't see it happening in 10 or 20 years. So it's more easier to start um, local drop shipping here in the Philippines, and the ad cost is cheaper. The social media penetration is very high, so
Mhm.
everything was it's kind of cheaper to transition from international to local. You won't have any problems. The only thing there is that there will be, a little bit of uncomfort when it comes to fulfillment because in international you don't do anything. AliExpress does
Mhm.
everything for you, but local it's either you're the one dropping off your goods to LBC or anybody who's going to fulfill it for you, or you're using a local service. So that's the only problem when you transition from international scene here to local scene.
All right. So just so we don't confuse our audience, because we're using a lot of jargons, can you please explain to us in layman's term what is drop shipping and what is the word fulfillment that you mentioned earlier?
Okay, so actually, drop shipping is a fulfillment model. Let me just put it this way. So, drop shipping is technically you selling products without actually having inventory or stocks. So you can actually have an online store and run it from any part of the world, even if you're in Wakanda, and you will not have to touch the logistics, the fulfillment, or whatever. So when I talk about fulfillment, it simply means the process of packing your orders and sending it to your customer. So let that not confuse you. Both of these things are all part of e-commerce. Dropshipping is a business model under e-commerce. So the closest or the only slight difference here is if you're going to dropship, you don't keep the stocks, you don't even buy stocks. But in fulfillment, you actually buy stocks, but you send it to someone to do the fulfillment for you, just like Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon. So you send stocks and they fulfill it for you. But pure drop shipping, you don't buy anything. You just only, when there's an order, that's when your supplier will ship the order and deduct it later. They're most a little bit the same, but slight differences. They work together.
Okay, so you said that I can sell almost anything that I want, even if I don't have stocks, right?
Yes.
But where do I source these items? Where do I source the products that I want to sell? And who ships it to my buyers, or yeah, to my buyers?
All right. So the sourcing depends on what dropshipping service you're gonna use. Okay. Um, like OJMD, you don't. OJMD has we have our own suppliers. We have our own products, like pool of products, just like AliExpress. All you need to do is to install the app and then you select the product you want to sell. In other cases, you can also source your own products from the suppliers, maybe in Shopee or Lazada or Divisoria or whatever. So the product sourcing depends on the service you're using. It depends if they're offering you a list of products or if they want you to send your products to them. So that's what's gonna happen here. So either you're sourcing from Divi, Lazada, Shopee, or you import from Alibaba yourself, or the service actually provides products to sell, just like OGMP. So depends on which service you're gonna use when you start dropshipping.
This is really interesting, no? Kasi a lot of you or a lot of our audience do not know this. So if I'm a stay-at-home mom, I can just go to Divisoria, you said, and then source the products from there, and then ask the owners. Is that right? Ask the owners if I can take photos of their items or if they have online catalog, and then I can sell them. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, yeah, so I want you to go ahead and discuss to us more about what you do, the local drop shipping, what is it, what is the scene right now and how is the scene? Is there a huge boost during this pandemic in your online store?
All, of course, what you know is that with the pandemic right now, everybody's moving online, and there's a boom in e-commerce that most companies have to go online to reach their customers. So this is the best time to start selling online because even after the lockdown, even after the pandemic, everything will still be online. The game has changed. People will still be, reluctant to shop in stores because they can
Right.
easily open their mobile app and get whatever they want, even if there's an extra fee. So, dropshipping in the Philippines is starting to gain traction, and it's gonna be a new thing in the next 5 to 10 years. If you're not dropshipping or e-commerce, you may not be earning money anymore because the physical stores are not open. So, and all
Mhm.
businesses are doing, everything is online right now. So that's why I think about the dropshipping few years to come.
Right. Have you calculated the increase in your sales from what you had before March prior to the lockdown?
Actually, before the lockdown, sales were just normal. Normally, some
Mhm.
of my stores do at least a minimum of at least 1.5 to 2 million sales gross and net sales actually. Then
Is that a month or
during the
per month?
lockdown, yeah, during
Is
the
that per month?
lockdown, yeah,
1.2 million sales per month?
1
Wow.
million to 2 million sales per month, yeah, on average. Um, During the lockdown, there was an increase. I was able to reach at least 4 million sales, and there
Wow.
was the lockdown actually improved online sales. That's what I'm gonna say, and it's gonna keep growing because that's what people call the new normal right now. So online shopping is the new normal. That's what it's gonna be. So I don't see it. Slowing down. I see an increase both on my sales and increase the number of drop shippers who are joining OJMD. There's more than 300% increase alone in March. So
Mhm.
I had to shut down the service and stop accepting people because my system was overloaded with new stores. And yeah, that's why I say there's going to be a huge impact after the pandemic. So if you're not drop shipping now or doing e-commerce, maybe you should start thinking about going online
Mhm.
soon.
Yeah, it's you are very busy, and for 4 million sales a month, that's a lot. That's very exciting. It's like exciting times. Joseph, I just want to let the audience know that if they have any questions for you, you can please type it in the comment section, and then I'll be the one to ask Joseph your questions. Joseph is going to present us a quick presentation regarding local drop shipping and what you should know. I'm going to add that to our stream. So yeah, you may start.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is just a very short presentation on dropshipping locally. It's more like a checklist. What do you need
Mhm.
to have before you think about dropshipping or selling online? So I just made it quick and easy to understand for everyone, so that because a lot of people ask how to start, what to do I need this? So this presentation will explain to you the basic things that you need to cover first before you start thinking about. Uh, drop shipping. So the first thing here we need to know is that you need to ask yourself, what are you trying to do? All right. Um, you don't just sell online without any reason. You're not a mad person. You need to ask yourself, your mindset. Are you trying to start? What are you trying to do? What's your goal? And you need to understand what is what is drop shipping. And you need to also ask yourself, why do you want to sell online? All right, is it because you see some people saying they make 2 million or 4 million sales online, and you think that if you jump in immediately, you'll be the same level as that person. No, you cannot compare yourself with someone who is at level 20 with someone who started at level 1. So you need to ask yourself, why do you want to sell online? And what's your plan? Is it a side job or is it because you're under pressure, right? Because if you jump in because you're under pressure to make money, you might actually have a problem because this thing is a business. It's more like you're setting a shop in a mall, and you need to stabilize it first. And you need to, what's your drive and what's your plan in the next 6 to 1 year? Sorry, that should be 1 year, not 1 month. So if you're planning to just do it as, you want to make money quick, it's not a make quick money scheme. It's not get rich quick scheme. It's something that you need to build in your business. So understanding dropshipping and e-commerce. So dropshipping has really evolved into many things and it's going to blow up this year and beyond. So even Philippines is getting noticed. Example, in OJMD, we have actually foreigners selling online in the Philippines, like 10 of them from Europe. So you can see how they notice the Philippines because they know that this country has potential. Just that they cannot really sell here because we're more inclined to cash on delivery. But with OJMD, they're able to sell using COD. So that to show you when what's going to happen if OJMD launches a new app that's going to be like Odera, which will accept everybody, no matter the country. So it's really a big thing that will explode in the next few years. And you should understand that it's also just like any other retail business. It's retail. The only thing difference here is that it's done online. It's just like any other store in the mall or in the street. It's the same thing, just that you have to do everything online. And you also have to understand that it takes a capital. It needs a capital to start. Yes, it's online, it's easier to start, but you might not be paying the mall fees, rent fees, but you need to have money to promote your business, right? So that's where the capital comes in. Even if you're not renting anything, but you need a capital. And it's not a get rich quick scheme. If you have in mind to jump into dropshipping and then make money the next few years, or sorry, next few months, maybe you have to reconsider that because you need to build the foundation of your business first. And it's not an invest and wait scheme. It's not trading. It's not stocks. If you want to do invest and wait, I think you should go and do stocking. You should invest in stocks, right? But this is not invest and wait. It's invest and work for it. You put your money, you have to work for that money to get it back in the business. So there are also risks involved. Okay, people fail, and probably due to many reasons, like they're not prepared to run marketing or whatever. Just understand that there are always risks in businesses, whether online or offline. Now, the checklist number one, I have 10. Number one is analyze the capital involved. If you're going to run a business, it's best to do the groundwork. You do the homework, what's involved. It's just like starting a franchise. If you're going to open a food cart, how much do you need? What's your projection? What are the things that you need to pay for? The first thing here you should be looking at is the platform because you're going to sell online. So basically, you need a platform to sell online. The most popular one here is Shopify, which is just only 700 pesos per month. Then you need to analyze your domain. You need a domain also to sell online as well. So basically, your domain is your web identity, like .com, um, 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 .ph, .com.ph. You need all those tools in order for you to establish your website. And thirdly, you need a laptop or a PC because obviously it's not something you do from your phone, right? So and other costs like Wi-Fi or whatever cost that you're paying for your business to start. That's checklist number one. Number two, you have to choose a fulfillment path. So what do you want to do? Do you want to fulfill the orders on your own? Are you planning to buy your own stocks, or do you want someone to do it for you, aka drop shipping? So this part is very important because whatever path you choose here is going to decide how or how much you're going to invest in your business. And step three is after you have chosen the step two, you now have to look for suppliers and product research. Right? I mentioned it before. You can use Shopee, Divisoria, Alibaba, Facebook Marketplace. There are small suppliers who are willing to give you products at good prices, and can also use OJMD. Checklist number four is fulfillment and courier services. So now that you know your cost, You know what you want to sell. You have suppliers. Now, next question is how are you going to send the products to the customer? What's your fulfillment? Um, you can fulfill the orders yourself, like I said, by partnering up with local couriers like GNT, LBC, Ninja Van, or you can find a dropshipping service like OJMD Dropshipping. There's a lot of other fulfillment services. You just have to research on them. Now, let me just explain the difference between self fulfillment and dropshipping. So, in self fulfillment, you keep your own stocks, right? You purchase it upfront and keep it. And then you need more capital in this case because you need to buy the stocks, which is kind of risky because what if it doesn't sell, right? So, in dropshipping, you don't need inventory, you don't need to purchase the product upfront. If the product doesn't sell, you don't buy it, all right? So, it's a win win. And you don't need so much capital, just your ads, man. And checklist number five, it's time to build your e-commerce website because you already have everything. So it's time for you to take your business online. You can create your own store. It's very easy if you watch some tutorials and guide, and set it up. Or you can actually buy one from anyone or any services that provide that. OGMD does that. Or if also there are people who can create it for you, you can do that. In the business, you cannot do everything. If there's something you cannot do, you outsource. All right. So then we have checklist number six. You have to register a business because obviously you cannot stay under the carpet. So I'm not going to say much about this because you need to speak to someone who is, maybe a tax specialist or whatever. But I know that you need to get your DTI. When you get your DTI, you get your stuff, barangay permits, and mayor permit, and BIR. I'm talking from experience. So basically, if there are other things that you need to do, it's better you speak with someone in that area. The next thing to do is to learn marketing. Yes, you have a website, but your website is like the last chapter on the internet. All right, you need to move it up to where people can see it. This is where most people fail because they think it's easy to do marketing. If you don't know, learn how it works. There are free courses like Facebook Blueprint you can start with, or you can actually buy a course or go to paid seminars, whatever the case. Try to learn how to market your products. That's very important. And also, like I said, in Facebook, you need to have a budget as well for ads because marketing is it also comes with money. All right, in Facebook, everything is being sponsored right now. That even if you think you can get organic traffic, it's not going to take you anywhere. Facebook is all about sponsored posts, so you have to know how to market, like I said, and also have the budget for it. Some people they just have like 1,500 pesos. That's not going to take you anywhere in marketing. It's just probably if you reach and others. You need to have at least a good budget. For me, I normally put it at 30,000 to 50,000 pesos budget just to be safe. It's not that you're going to finish the whole money immediately. It's just keeping you on the balance just in case your product doesn't go well on first test. And the next thing is keeping the right mindset. All right. This is very important because in the business, if you envy someone and you have the wrong mindset, you might be on the path for failure. All right. Even if there are people who are making millions, just know that they're not on the same chapter as you are. Right? Amazon 1994 and Amazon 2020, they're not the same. Right? So if you have the wrong mindset of trying to be like someone, immediately you join, that could be a problem. And if you're not the person who can accept risk or take the risk in anything, like example, as newbies, you're gonna face disappointment. Maybe your product testing failed, or probably your ad account is disabled, or maybe there's RTS, or maybe fake orders on your website, and a lot of things, right? And these things can make you, it can, put you on a very bad mood. You be discouraged of doing anything and stuff. So just have the right mindset and go with the flow and all that. And just a little warning, you will lose money. That's basically the thing there. I lose money. Everybody lose money. Actually, sometimes when I started international here, I used my tuition fee to run ads, and yeah, but I didn't tell my parents that. But you will lose money. It could be there are different stories for everyone. Some people start off very slow and then they blast off in a few months. But some people they blast off in first month and then slow down later in the second month, in the few months when they get carried away by first month success. The point here is just be patient and put in effort and trust the system. My last checklist here will be number 10, which is keep your head high. Like I said, mistakes you will make is a rush. Don't expect 1 million sales in your first month. It could happen, but don't expect it anything first month. In your first month, you actually put in money in the business. You might not even be profitable, or you might be at break even, but don't call it profit because you just started and you're investing in the business. You only call it profit when everything is balanced and you're seeing the popular what do you call it? You're seeing a stable result in your business. So I
Mm-hmm.
just put it here in three steps. Again, sorry, that should be number two. First thing is to learn, understand, and prepare, implement it, analyze it, and apply it, and then improve, scale, learn, and implement again. That's the process. It's like if you think you're doing well, I think you need to go back to the drawing table because business always changes. So if you scale and you get to the point where there are new things, learn it and implement it again and keep renewing your business and all that. That is how businesses survive. That is how, if you look at when online shopping came out recently, SM, they launched their online website, right? 7-Eleven launched their online website. Watson's, they launched online shopping before the pandemic. So they were always improving their business model. So now you don't even need to go to SM anymore. You can shop SM from your phone. So that's what I mean by when you scale, you learn new models and also implement it inside your business to get you an stable fund. So I think if you're able to figure out yourself within the 10 checklist, I don't think starting dropshipping will be hard for you. And that's what I want to say here in my checklist.
Right. Those are very valuable insights, Joseph. In fact, we have questions here from our audience. Vivan is asking what products you specialize in. I think he wants to know what are the items that you're selling.
Actually, that's an abomination in dropshipping. You don't ask what product I'm selling because nobody's gonna say that. They're just gonna laugh at you. So I don't know. I sell products, anything and everything. I'm not gonna say what I sell here because nobody answers it. They call it winning products. So everybody hides their treasure.
Already.
So you know what I say. So sorry, I can't just say what product I sell online.
Right. I also have another question here. I'm curious, what if you are a local supplier? How can you market internationally, like for drop shipping? I want to market locally made products instead of sourcing my products via AliExpress.
Okay. So what if I'm a local? How can you market international? The thing here is that international market is a whole different entity to local dropshipping market. If you're going to market internationally, you simply have to use international sources like AliExpress. If you're going to market locally, you have to find a local supplier inside the Philippines. Maybe, like I said before, you can find locally made products in the marketplace, Divisoria, or whatever. But in any case, your supplier has to be local in order for you to do dropshipping in the Philippines. AliExpress is out of the question because of shipping times. Takes like 30 to 40 days. Unlike, if you're going to sell in Malaysia, it's just like 5 to 15 days. So since that option is not here, your only option is to find local based people who are inside the Philippines and source it inside the Philippines and forget AliExpress for that.
What is the difference though? I hear there's Alibaba and AliExpress. What's the difference?
Um, Alibaba owns AliExpress. So Alibaba is for wholesale, AliExpress is for retail. So if you want to buy 100 pieces of items, in Alibaba it's all about suppliers, direct companies. So you go there, you buy in quantities, probably 100 pieces, 200 pieces, right?
Mhm.
And they don't just sell one piece in Alibaba. So if your company, you're purchasing in bulk, Alibaba is the best option. But if you just want to buy, just one piece, two piece, you can buy from AliExpress because they're just semi-suppliers or just resellers who can give you one piece at lower cost. That's the difference. So Alibaba wholesale, um, AliExpress retail, more on dropshipping.
Right. And these are manufacturers and suppliers from China.
Yeah, they're all from China.
And how long, let's say I source my product from AliExpress, how long is the product going to be shipped in the Philippines? What is the lead time?
It's not recommended to source from AliExpress, Alibaba instead. So when
Oh,
you
yeah.
source from Alibaba, it
Mhm.
depends on the supplier. Actually, they can ship your product here in 7 to 10 days, depending on the shipping method. They can ship by air using UPS or DHL or FedEx, or they can ship by sea, which is going to take like 20 to 25 days to arrive. So the best option is using air shipment. So they ship it through air couriers, and roughly 12 days you should get here. But you have
Okay.
to deal with customs and everything yourself.
Okay. So you're the one as a seller, you're the one who's going to deal with all of those stuff like
Yeah,
custom.
it's two options. If you're gonna do it by yourself, then you have to deal with customs. However, you can use what they call forwarders. So there are actually fulfillment companies, OJMD included, where you source products through them. So they do everything for you. Example, if you say you want to source through OJMD, we will buy it and everything like custom clearance, everything. We just ship it directly to your location. That's what they call the forwarding services. There's a lot here in the Philippines. You can just submit a quote to them. They will source it from China and then remove their custom stress for you. You don't have to engage in any clearance. They just bring it right to your doorstep. But if you want to do the thing on your own, then you have to clear it yourself from the custom, which will be expensive because you're an individual. So probably the paperwork's included. So the best option is to use a fulfillment service or importation services that will help you bring in the goods without any stress of customs or whatever in the border.
Right. And I have another question here. Do you have any tips on how to source for winning products?
Uh, Point here is if a winning product should have, or a potential winning product should have, um, you know, the product should be solving a problem. So if you're selling something, what problem are you trying to solve? No, if you don't have any problem in mind, or if you cannot detect or establish a problem that your product is going to solve, you might have a problem marketing it. And your winning product should also be portable and movable because Filipinos like something that they can just move around, not bulky stuff unless it's home stuff. And the price point and value. So you should be able to determine or have a value perception. It's more like pricing. So you should have a marketing scheme where you'll be able to convince a customer that this product is worth 2,000 or 3,000, depending on how you do it. But the main point here is as long as your product solves the problem, that should be a winning start. The rest is dependent on how you present it, how you market it. That's going to be the next thing. The pricing is not a problem because you can easily sell anything at any price. I can sell something from Divisoria worth 200 pesos. I sell it to you at 2,500 pesos. It's possible, depending on how you sell the item. So it's all about presentation and having a problem that you want to solve for this person. Because Filipinos, they want to buy something useful, especially during this pandemic. Nobody want to spend on useless stuff, right? So they want to buy something that is going to solve a problem in the house, kitchen, or beauty products, or hair, since nobody's going out. Something that is going to give them value feeling. That's the time that your product can actually win for you.
Correct. It's really all about branding, no? You can buy a cheap looking like ball pen for 10 pesos and another ball pen that's the same looking ball pen and just brand it and package it differently and say this ball pen is worth 1,000 pesos, no? So it's really all about branding and how you position the
Yeah.
item. You talked about you talked about OJMD during your presentation. Can you tell us more about this? What is OJMD?
OJMD is more like a big umbrella of e-commerce solutions. We have different branches or different sections in the e-commerce business. The most popular one is the OGMD dropshipping, which is the most popular service that we offer. So in OGMD dropshipping, we're like a mini AliExpress. We help Filipinos start their online shopping without any problems. It's as easy as importing products from your store. So we're the first service to launch a Shopify app, just like Obelo, that will help you import products to your store and start selling without paying for stocks. In fact, we buy stocks for you and then we deduct it later after we offer the customer through COD. So with OGMD dropshipping, you can easily start your online dropshipping business without investing in any stocks and offer cash on delivery on top of that. So it's more of a convenience and gives everyone the opportunity to start. We have also, it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you were able to access the internet. We have the OFWs from Middle East doing it and also foreigners doing it. So it's technically that's how the OGMD dropshipping works. And the other parts of OGMD, which is basically other services that we offer, the exchange, the OGMD solutions for events, the OGMD business email for email hosting, and a lot of stuff. But basically, what is more popular here is the dropshipping service that we offer.
Okay, and what are the items that you sell inside OJMD dropshipping? Is there a website? Do you have products online that we can browse through?
Yeah, we have an app. So all you need to do is to install our app in your Shopify store, and you'll be able to browse products. The products are technically also from the Philippines, so we connect with suppliers to help to upload their products in the app. So these suppliers put their products, they put their price, and then when you browse, you can choose whatever products you want to sell, and then you import it to your store. So when you have an order, we buy it from the supplier, and then we ship it for you. So the products are all locally sourced for now. Before we have those from abroad, but the pandemic stopped us from importing. So basically, everything uploaded in the app is from local dropshippers. Those maybe suppliers in the Visoria who cannot open their shops anymore, or maybe independent small suppliers who wants to offer reach many customers. It's a lot of different products that we have, and we keep adding it every day and improving the number of the products that we offer to the customers.
Right. So you mentioned this is an app. Can anyone download this app, or do you have to be a member of something?
Anyone can download it, but to use the app in its full functionality, you have to be subscribed. The subscription is only 750 pesos a month. So
Okay.
once you subscribe, the app is going to unlock all the functionality that you can use to, you know, use the app to its full extent, like importing, pricing rules, and all the features that we have in the app. Technically, the app is still a beta phase, and as you can imagine, and it still runs at least 700 stores, and that's why I told you before I had to shut the doors, right? So we're launching a new app that is going to be ready in 2 months. It's going to be like the Obelo app. If you're familiar with Obelo, yeah.
No,
So
it's
we
not. Can you tell everyone what a burlo is?
it's more like a copy of Obelo, but it's Philippine based. So that one is going to be available in Shopify, and everybody can actually use it with more products. And it's going to have a supplier portal where we can accept anybody who want to offer their products to dropshipping in the Philippines.
Uh,
That will be more or less 60 days.
yeah, that's a really good platform. So right now the app is shut down.
No, it's on, but we didn't publish it in Shopify.
Oh,
We
okay.
took it down from Shopify, but you can install it without. We have a process on how to install it. Instead of putting it in Shopify App Store for everyone to install, we have links that you can follow to install the app for now until we launch the more robust and sophisticated one that will be present in Shopify App
Wow.
Store. Shopify App Store.
And where do people go if they want to get that monthly subscription of 750 pesos, and if they want to access that app? Do you have a website? Is it?
Yeah, yeah, we have a website. Actually, all you need to it's called Ecom Product Body. So if you just go to Google and then you search for COD Dropshipping Philippines, OGMD is going to show up. So once you read it, um, you will be able to see all the instructions and the guide and the videos on how to get started, and
Mhm.
just follow it, and then you'll be able to install the app and everything there. I also have an onboarding course in the OGM University where I explain the whole thing. So once you complete the whole thing there, the whole process will be clear to you.
That's very good. You're first in list, so good SEO. So if you type COD Dropshipping Philippines on Google, the first on list is OJMDSolutions.com. So that's your website, right?
Yeah, that's the official website.
Okay. And you have instructions here on how to subscribe and download the app.
Yes, there are instructions. If you're on the OGM Dropshipping OGMD Solutions website, there's a menu that says services, right? So once you go through the drop down, you will see dropshipping there. So once you read it, everything is there from step one to step six.
That's interesting. So can you take me to your through your process? So what if I'm a person who don't know anything but I'm interested in local drop shipping. I go to OJMD, I select the product, and then what is next? Do I have to have an online store set up already?
Let me see if I can share my screen here so you can see. Can you see my screen?
I will add it. Yes, I see it now.
So basically, like I said, here, all you need to do is to go for COD dropshipping
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, and then OGM is gonna show up in the on the first result here. So all you need to do is simply go ahead and click on it, and then you'll be able to read the dropshipping guide. I call it the dropshipping guide. This explains the necessary things that you need to know when you're dropshipping with OGMD. And we update it every time. So it was just recently updated 3 days ago. And here we have the requirements that you need to have in order to start. Actually, it looks like a lot, but it's not. Basically, you just have to be 18 years old and have a bank account and have a website, online store, and you sign the agreement. You come by the first subscription. There's a list here, and when you go down the whole process, you will see all the whole step. So step one is to read the dropshipping guide. So this is just the dropshipping terms and conditions that
Mm-hmm.
you once you go through all of it, you understand how the whole thing works and everything that you need to do. And after you're done, if you're okay with the dropshipping agreement, you can now go ahead and sign up um, on the dropshipping dashboard. And
Mm-hmm.
once you sign up, you now do the necessary settings in your Shopify that we pointed out here. This is to add a custom fulfillment to your Shopify store. So once you're done, you have to follow and go through Ecom Product Body to create your account. All right.
Okay.
So once you create your account, you will choose the plan that you want, and then this is what the app looks like. Then once you import products, you can now join our dropshipping group, and you see a link here that will ask you to complete the onboarding course. So in the onboarding course, you have at least I think 15 lessons here. This will explain to you the OJMD, how it works, settings, and everything step by step. So once you're done, you can now request for a review of your store. So once your store is approved, you can actually start dropshipping with OJMD. So it's more like a very detailed guided process for anyone who is interested to start dropshipping.
Yeah, and I can do this anytime I want to, right?
Yeah,
I can just
anytime you
easily
want.
pay $750 and I have access to all GMD products. And so if I have an online store and then I already have chosen my product through OJMD, are you the ones who's going to send the item or the product to my buyer? Are you the one who's going to fulfill
Yes.
it, package the product?
Yeah, so when you have orders, we will pack it. We will call your customer actually and confirm the order. And then if it's confirmed, we will ship the order to your customer. And then we will remit the money to your bank account, more like Lazada style.
And how long is this process going to take?
Alright.
What is the
Um,
time?
Basically, if there's an order today, the order is technically extracted to our system by 12 and then in the night. And then we have a team that will call your customer in the next day. We give your customers 3 days to respond. If they respond faster, maybe the next day, the order is now tagged as processing, which will now go over to the processing team. They will now pack the orders and ship it to your customer. The whole process takes at least 5 days, depending on how fast the customer responds. If the customer responds on the third day of contact, that means we have to process it on the fourth day, right? So
Mhm.
that's a timeline here. But some items because there are items in OJMD warehouse and there are some with the suppliers, but maybe the suppliers in Manila. So once the order is confirmed, the supplier will send us the item within 24 hours or 48 hours. And once it gets here, it's picked up by JNT and then shipped to your customer.
And what about, let's talk about payment gateways. Let's say I have set up my Shopify store. Is there a COD option for me there? What are the payment gateways available for Shopify?
Yeah, you can use COD, of course, cash on
Mhm.
delivery, and you can actually use also credit card. That's up to you. We have also, the credit card viable to anybody right now is Paymongo. So if you want to use credit card, you can actually use that. When that happens, say you accept the payment from your customer, you just have to pay OGMD the cost of goods, and then we will ship the order, and then we just deduct the shipping fee later. But most of the stores use COD for their own transaction because obviously Filipinos are inclined to cash on delivery than using their credit card online.
Right. And I understand that. I would really prefer COD items or COD products that I bought online just for security purposes, right? So what if I chose the COD option if I am a subscriber to your OJMD solution? How long is the money going to be in my account?
All right. So once if you're first timer, so basically if you're first timer, your first remittance comes in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending. Just like the Lazada is 3 weeks for your first payout. So after the first payout, your payout is always weekly. So whatever you have delivered last week will be paid out the next week because we also receive that cut off from our couriers, and then we do the reconciliation, example, missed packages or lost packages or dispute RTS. So that's why if, this week you get paid for whatever is delivered from Monday to Friday last week. So every week you get your payout.
This is a really great solution that you have, Josepha. It's a complete solution to someone who doesn't know or doesn't have any idea about drop shipping, and they don't have to. I mean, you have eliminated um, the a person, or you have eliminated the communication barriers to people, let's say communicating to the supplier, communicating to the buyer, and all of that. And I wish I have known this OJMD solutions before. How long has this been up?
Actually, our dropshipping service has been running for I think 2 years now. The thing here is that nobody learned more about dropshipping before now. So we were running, but with minimal clients. We just got traction ending of I think mid 2019. That's when people started learning about dropshipping because when they think about dropshipping, they think about AliExpress. So when we started, telling people that you don't need AliExpress anymore. That's when we started getting more clients. And right now, if you mention dropshipping through Shopify, it's OJMD. If you search it on Google, it's OJMD. So we started getting more um, attention from ending 2019 until 2020. And I must say the pandemic also helped with the with the customers because obviously there are no more supplies. And the funny thing there that during the March lockdown, we were actually operating. So basically, we're technically the only option then in March and then April because everybody was closed. And but we were operating at uh, minimal manpower. But that was also what helped people learn about dropshipping more. And now it's a business everybody want to get into, dropshipping business without having stocks. So that's how OGMD became too popular as well in Shopify. So right now we only dropship through Shopify, not Lazada or Shopee, just Shopify.
That's really a great solution that you have. It's the process is seamless, and it's lesser headache for someone who wants to sell online. There is a question right here. If I'm a local supplier, can I offer my service or products on OJMD so that resellers may sell our products? Can they offer their items to be sold
Uh,
on your on
yes,
OJMD?
actually, yes, they can do that. We can, if you're a supplier, you can actually connect with us, and we will, you know, put your products on our app, and people can actually drop ship it.
Is there also a fee to do that?
Right now, we don't have any supplier fee. Actually, there's not.
Hmm.
Because
And
it's a channel we want to explore. So uh, we're gonna keep it free for a while, and we'll see what happens.
right. And what are the items that you have? Just to give us an idea, what are the items that you have in OJMD? What's inside OJMD?
Actually,
So
you can actually see the items. We're not hiding it. Actually, it's just on the ecom product body. You can just find it there. It's a list of items here. So if you go to the product list, you can find all the list of items possible that you can drop ship. It's here. It's not.
wow.
It's not hidden. Actually, the only thing is that there are limited things that you can do. So if you're on the free channel, you can only view the products, but probably you cannot install the app. So if you want to install the app, you have to be a pro member. So the app will enable you import products to your Shopify store as well.
Mhm.
So this is the only feature that allows you to be a pro member. But if you just want to view the list, that's fine. Just sign up for free and you can see the list of products available there.
That's really cool. You mentioned earlier that you can only service people who have Shopify stores. Is that right? What about people who are interested in selling in Lazada and Shopee?
Currently, we don't support Lazada and Shopee because there's a platform for that. It's called Dropify PH. So with Dropify PH, you can do Lazada and Shopee dropshipping. It's more like a courtesy and a respect for the service because they also respect OGMD when it comes to Shopify. So we also respect them when it comes to Lazada and Shopee. So we don't want to explore that option. So if it's Lazada or Shopee, you can also just search for Dropify Philippines, and they're owned by Chester and the C brothers, and we're friends also. So it's more like they do what they do best with Lazada. We do what we do best with Shopify.
What a harmonious relationship that you have.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hang on. Let's see if I have more questions. So, can you tell me? You mentioned about earlier about budget. What is a good budget to start with?
Okay. So if you are gonna be on the, let's say, if you're gonna use OGMD for example, you don't really need much budget when it comes to stocks, right? I'm
Mhm.
gonna keep it around maybe 30 to 50,000. Now, when I say this 30 to 50,000, I don't mean that you need to spend the whole money in your first 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. It's just a safe amount because you need a flow, you need a cash flow before you get your remittance. And probably sometimes when you test the product with Facebook ads, the first one may not work. So you need to test another one to find the winner. So that's why I give it a 30 to 50,000 cap just to be safe. But if you're going to be doing your own fulfillment, that means extra cost because you have to buy the product. No, so you need more than 30,000 or 50,000. You have to buy inventory. You have to ship your order, and you have to pay for shipping because, let's say, for example, in JNT, you cannot avail the COD option if you don't have 300 orders a month. So as a beginner, I don't think you might be worried about reaching 300 in your first month. So you have to pay for shipping upfront. Same with LBC. So that means more capital, right? And imagine if that shipping returns RTX. So you need more capital if you're going to be on your own, doing your own stocking and everything. But if you're just on the drop shipping lane, it's fine. You don't need much capital for that.
Oh, okay. And you talked about Facebook ads. Of course, this is, I think, the more appropriate way of selling your items instead of pushing it in your Facebook profiles, your Facebook account. Some people find it annoying if they see people posting products constantly. So, Facebook ads is the way to go, I think, to market your products online. um, what is a good budget for Facebook ads during your first month?
I'm going to keep it um, still the same. I'm going to keep it around the 30 or 40K. So let's say, example, you're testing a product for, let's
Mhm.
just say, if you're going to run a product for, what do you call it? Testing a product could cost you at least 1,000 to 1,500 for testing. So let's just allocate 2,000 to 3,000 per product to see if it's going to work. So let's say you test 2 or 3 products and you don't find a winner. That means you need more budget to run more ads. So if you're going to ask me a good budget for Facebook ads, I'm just going to keep it still the same, around 30 to 50,000. Just have that amount, and also, learn Facebook ads so you don't make mistakes. That's the problem here. Learn it because if you start with knowledge, you have lower risk of failing than just jumping in and then post and stuff. So learn it first and then go for it. There'll be mistakes, but it will be manageable, of course.
Yes, Facebook ads is a whole new level of learning. I know there is Facebook Blueprint that is free online. You can start learning Facebook ads doing that. But for people who want to learn Facebook ads um, and have someone discuss it to them, like a one-on-one coaching session or a group coaching session regarding Facebook ads, do you offer this service if I subscribe to the OJMD solution?
The one-on-one mentorship option is there, but it's not something I actually um, accept every time because of schedule. I
Mm-hmm.
have people who want that, but there's a schedule. Your schedule had to match with mine. And actually, for the last 2 months, I've not accepted any new. Let's say for the whole of May,
Mm-hmm.
there was no new um, people because of it was busy and stuff. But the option is always there, but it's not something I advertise every time because it's all about schedule because you have to give time to the student and attention. So the service is there, but for now I don't see any activity there. I'm not gonna offer anything because I'm still busy with other things that I need to do.
I know you have a lot of stuff on your plate. Now I know that you're opening a course very soon, and this course is all about e-commerce, and that's going to open on June 15th. Um,
Yes.
so June 15th is the date. That's a week, almost a week from now. Could you just show me what's inside the course, what they can learn? So this is called the Ecom Gateway X. And wow, ha, that's 75 lessons for 3,500 pesos lang. It's really cheap.
Yes, the Ecom Gateway X is for
Mm-hmm.
beginners who don't have any experience with dropshipping or e-commerce. So, if you want to start but you don't know anything,
Mm-hmm.
there's A to Z, what do you call it? A to Z guide on what to do from step one until there are actually 75 lessons here with almost 12 chapters of uh,
Mm-hmm.
12 sections. So this will cover from everything from the history of e-commerce to everything you need to know dropshipping in the Philippines and everything that you need to do, including a hands-on guide on how to build your own Shopify store. So technically, I'm going to build a store in this course, and we're going to launch this store. So that store, we're going to take it to get the second course, which is the FB Ads Blast. So that
Mm-hmm.
store will be used here in the Facebook ads to run ads. So it's more like to show you how to use the store that we built in the Gateway X to use it to make money in the Facebook blast. The reason I divided the course into two is because there might be a problem with information overload. So if I add the 50 lessons here, it's going to be 105 lessons, right? So some people don't want. And the second reason is that some people already know how to build a store. They just want to run ads. So if that's the case, just go for Facebook ads. So that's why I divided it into two phases. And the next one there is for international. There's no lesson there yet, but there's no launch date yet. I just probably in August. But the Ecom Gateway Edge should be live on June 15th, and then the Facebook ads should be live on June 25th.
June 25 is the Facebook Ads Blast, and you have over 50 lessons inside this course,
Yeah, actually,
9,500.
it should be 90. I'm still uploading the
Nine.
videos. Yeah.
Okay. And what is this? What type of learning can they expect on this? Is this more of a one-on-one session, group session? Is this a
Uh,
self-paced training?
it's one on one. You will see me while I present the whole thing in the course. So basically, it's recorded. So it's
Mm-hmm.
hands on. It's not like a classroom. It's not classroom setup, but it's more like the way we're doing this live right now. That's what it looks like. So it's
Mm-hmm.
more like a hands-on process that you can access anytime. There's going to be a support group for live sessions, follow-up questions. But the course is already pre-recorded. Actually, it's just recorded last month, and the later part of it is recorded this month. So it's kind of still new in the contents.
Wow, very good. So June 15 is the Ecom Gateway X, and June 25 is the Facebook Ads Blast. You
Yes.
can actually enroll. I'm going to send you links to enroll to Joseph's course, and I have another giveaway. Um, I'll just remove this stream because I'm going to
Yes.
share something. Hang on. I'm just going to share something really quick. So wait. Can you guys see this? No, not yet. I have oops, sorry. I have to add. I don't know if you guys can share I can see what I'm sharing, but I am going to give away an ebook. Is it showing, Joseph? I don't know. I'm going to give away an ebook. It's called Power Up. It's about product branding strategies. And I'm going to give it away along after you have enrolled to Joseph's course. Okay, so yes, they can see it. Um, Let me screen share again. Okay. Again, it's Power Up. It's about product branding strategies. I am going to give this away after you have enrolled in Joseph's course. I will send you the links if you are interested in learning ecom local drop shipping. There is going to be a link that I'm going to drop in the comments section. If you're also interested in learning Facebook Ads Blast, this ebook is also a freebie for you for enrolling in Joseph's course. It's really interesting. All the stuff that you have given us tonight, Joseph. It's really interesting, and I'm going to make sure that I enroll in the course because I want to learn more about drop shipping and how it's properly done. Do you have any last words for us before we end the session? Sorry, you're on mute.
Yeah, nothing much. Everything has been said. The only thing there is just I just want to tell anybody who wants to start e-commerce to just be diligent and you know learn as much as you can first, and don't be afraid to start because there's a risk involved, but the risk is worth it. And if you follow the system and whatever basic that you've learned, I think you should be fine. You'll be fine, and you're on the right path to making it. Just know that if you're joining now in e-commerce, you're not late because the
Mhm.
market is still opening. So there's no there's no harm in trying.
That's right. Um, Before we end the session, Joseph, can you also just share one very inspiring story about the return of investment? What is it that we can learn from Ecom Gateway X, or what is it that we can get from really learning how to properly set up online stores using OJMD Solutions? Is there a winning story that you can share with us so that we will be more inspired this evening?
Um, there's a lot of stories and in the group. I don't know you. Example, there are a lot of people who are using OJMD dropshipping. One of them is actually a foreigner from Slovakia. He's just 20 years old. I think I had an interview with him last few weeks. He just started in last month and he was able to reach 1 million pesos in sales without actually being in the Philippines. That's amazing. And when I interviewed him, he said that he's doing international dropshipping, but he spent less than half of what he spent on his international stores in order to reach that amount in the Philippines. I also have another one from Israel. He just started a week ago, and he's already at almost 980,000 pesos in sales. There are also a lot of Filipinos in our group who also share their success stories or their sales using OJMD dropshipping. If you're in the group, you can just see all the posts there. So it's a valuable ROI if you simply just follow the process. There's of course there are disappointment, like there are delays, like a little bit of sometimes there will be RTS, sometimes there will be cancelled orders, but the good side is more than the bad side because these are all part of businesses. Even if you have 1,000 orders, there will be at least 5% of cancelled orders in it, right?
Mhm.
So it's all about looking on the bright side of it. So if you're gonna take Ecom Gateway X, just know that the course is all about setting up your business and the right foundations. There's no Facebook ads in Ecom Gateway X, right? It's just explaining e-commerce and how to set it up the right way and everything that you need to know before you do Facebook ads. So if you want to go directly to Facebook ads, just go with the Facebook ads blast. That's going to be only Facebook ads. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I have to say. For most of it, for most stories, just join our group, the Philippine e-commerce group. There's a lot there that you can see, ask questions from those using OJMD as well.
Right. Again, the Facebook group, if you want to follow Joseph, it's Philippine, what was that again? Sorry. Philippine e-commerce.
Yeah, Philippines e-commerce and dropshipping community. Actually, the second e-commerce or the second largest e-commerce group in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
We have at least 35,000 members in the group. So Philippines e-commerce and dropshipping community. That's the name of the group.
All right. It's very wordy. So Philippines e-commerce drop shipping community. Is that right? Did
Yeah.
I get it right? Okay, good. So again, just to wrap it up, Joseph will have Ecom Gateway X and local drop shipping course on June 15th and Facebook Ads Blast on June 25th. If you want to enroll in these courses, I will drop the links below in the comments section. Plus, I am going to give away a free Facebook, free ebook about branding or product branding strategy that's called Power Up. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Joseph. It was supposed to be an hour
Yeah.
live interview with you.
It's 11
We were
minutes.
overboard. But yeah, it was great having you tonight. If you have more questions, join Joseph's group. And also, if you want to learn more about freelancing, just please follow Top Freelancers PH. We will post more interesting topics about freelancing. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Joseph. Bye bye.